Hey, this is Enyor. This is going to be a little bit interesting. I decided that I want to vlog my weight loss journey. 3 years ago, when I met my husband, back when we were just dating, I was a little bit over 200 pounds, and since getting married and settling down and everything, I have bloomed up to almost 250, and that's just unacceptable. I've tried a couple different weight loss challenges in the past. I've tried keto. I didn't try Atkins, but I've tried keto. I've tried a couple of other ones that didn't really have a name, just eating healthier in general, that sort of stuff. I've tried exercising. And in the end, it always ended up with me gaining more weight because I couldn't control myself because I was depriving what I really, really wanted. There was a point in my life where I was depriving myself of basically everything I wanted. And then, of course, as soon as I went to eat it, I couldn't stop myself because I'm addicted to sugar, which is my huge issue. Um, about 3 weeks ago, we went out with some friends to Casa Bonita. It was my friend's first time. It was my husband's first time going. I've gone since I was a kid. I haven't gone in many years, but I went when I was a child with my daycare group, and it had some very significant memories. There's nothing like the smell of chlorine and fried Mexican food. When you walk in that door, it's a very, very pungent odor, and it's one that you remember forever. But that night, I kind of was thinking, I would like to be healthier. The feeling of grease in the air and everything. I don't know if that was exclusively why, but there was just this feeling where I was like, okay, I need to get this under control. I mean, as you can see, I'm not super skinny. I'm not sexy. I'm not any of that. And my goal is to be healthy 90% of the time and allow myself 10% of a leniency. If I want to have something that I haven't had in a while, then I can have it, but only 10% of the time. The majority of the time, I really want to be healthy. And so for the last 3, 4 weeks, I've been sticking very closely to an almost paleo diet. It's not exclusively paleo because I think there are some things in the paleo diet that are just kind of dumb. Like we've obviously evolved since then. We have some foods since then that are really, really good for you that you should be able to have. I'm staying away though from refined sugar and white grains, which is super important to me. And actually, I haven't really craved any white grains at all since going on the diet. When I first went on keto about a year ago, and I was really only on it for about a month and a half before I broke and had ice cream, and that was the end of that. The only thing I really missed on keto was beer. I am a huge beer enthusiast, and of course, living where I live, microbreweries are super abundant. They're everywhere. You can't go down a street without there being a brewery, a microbrewery. And my husband works in beer manufacturing and stuff like that, so it's a big part of our lives, and I don't want to give that up, but I also want to learn to manage it better. And I think that that's going to be a huge part of the challenge of my weight loss. This vlog, I have to admit, I'm not going to be cutting it. I'm not going to be editing it. This is me raw. I'll let you know if I put on makeup or anything. I think I have a little cover up today because I was feeling kind of self-conscious. But my goal is to be as real and honest as possible. I also want to be real and honest about what I'm eating. I eat all the time. And on this diet that I'm doing, I eat all the time, but I eat foods that are high in protein, high in good fats, and high in stuff that's good for you. Low in sugar, low in carbs. I try and keep my carbs down below 50 grams a day. And for some people, you can't do that. My sister, whom I love dearly, she could never do a high protein, low carb diet. She's skinny as a stick, and I love her to death. But she couldn't do it because her blood sugar would just crash throughout the day. She couldn't handle it. But me being, I, bleh, that didn't work. Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see I'm a bit chubs. I'm like what I like to call myself voluptuous. And someday I'd like to wear all of the fashionable clothes in my closet. So my goal ultimately is to be healthier and to kind of, maybe not daily, but to update you on everything. And I'm hoping that this vlog will keep me true to the diet. I haven't really cheated. I did have one night early on where I had pizza, and that was kind of, my husband is very much a pizza person. And he was like, we have no food in the house. I'm going to order pizza. And I was like, all right, well, I've been really good for about a week. I'll try it and see what happens. And the dough made me really, really nauseous. And I've been noticing that, actually, since being on this diet. Certain foods make me very, very nauseous. And the other day, we went to see Wonder Woman, which, fantastic movie. I'm not being paid to say that, but fantastic movie. And he got a slushie, I got an unsweetened iced tea, and I had beef jerky to nosh on while I was in the video, or in the movie, because who doesn't love beef jerky? It's delicious. And I had a sip of his slushie, queasy. I felt like I was gonna vomit. My whole body just became flushed. I became very, very hot and nauseous and just didn't feel good. It was okay enough that I could stay in the movie and I could watch it and enjoy it, but I was just so sick feeling, and at that time I was just like, I quit soda about 3 years ago. Just one day I just stopped drinking soda pop like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, that sort of stuff. I just stopped drinking it. I had seltzer water for a while, but the salt content in that was really messing with me and made me hot and flushed, so I stopped drinking that. I do drink Hansen's now. I only have about one a day. I typically go for their berry one, and some days I don't even drink it because I'm just not feeling it. But I got super, super sick feeling after having some of his slushie, and I decided that was kind of the point where I was like, okay, refined sugar is not going to be back in my diet ever. And I'm okay with that. Today I made paleo ice cream, so I'm okay with that. And as long as I keep to things like honey and I keep it sort of minimal, I'll be okay. Stevia doesn't really work for me. Truvia, that stuff doesn't work with me. It makes me feel just disgusting. I don't like how it feels. And I've tried having just the stevia leaves and stuff like that, and it just doesn't jam with me. And so I kind of, honey has been it for me, which is good because I have some serious food allergies. I have a lot of allergies to fruit, and due to allergy season, which is, pollination, the angiosperms are having sex and everything. Due to allergy season, I tend to have more prominent fruit allergies in the spring and early summer. We went and got some freeze-dried strawberries, and I got a little bit through the bag, and my face turned red. So, oops. So I'm hoping that the local honey, will help me with that. It took a little bit of time finding it, because a lot of the honey's from Brazil, and I'm not living in Brazil, so that's not going to do me a whole heck of a lot of good. I really do need something local. But every morning, well, not every morning because otherwise I'll become super allergic to coconut, but I have unsweetened coconut flakes mixed with some pumpkin seeds, and then I drizzle a little bit of honey on top. I'm liberal with the coconut, I'm liberal with the pumpkin seeds. I'm a little bit more conservative with the honey, but since that's my main sugar intake for the day, I do kind of allow myself a little bit more. And then, throughout the day I eat some edamame, not a whole lot because of the estrogen, it messes with your body. And then I also have beef jerky, lots of beef jerky. Oh my God, so much beef jerky, it's insane. I love it. I probably should cut back on it due to the salt, but when I was on keto, salt was kind of a big issue because my body would drain water really, really fast, right? Because you don't have any carbs to hold on to it. And so I was losing a lot of the salt. I was losing a lot of the vitamins and everything. And so I think the beef jerky is okay because the salt will replenish what I'm losing, because the paleo I'm doing is similar to keto. I'm not doing cheat meals. I think that's very important for me to say. I'm not designating a day a week where I get cheat meals. I want to do it such that if I am craving a beer, I can have a beer. As long as it's not every single day and as long as it's not more than one, I can have that. And I've been feeling better, much better health-wise. I've had more energy. I've been depressed less often. And there's something else. Oh, I've noticed I have lost inches but not weight. And I think that the weight will come later. I'll update you a little bit more on everything that's going on. I just kind of wanted to put out a little bit of what I've been doing, why I'm doing this. In the past, I've had difficulty sticking to my diet regimen. I've had real difficulties with it because nobody's holding me accountable. My husband thinks I'm beautiful the way I am, which thank God I've married a good one. But that's not enough for me. I really need to be healthy. I really need to fight this, and I really need to do it the right way. I want to make sure I'm getting enough food. I want to make sure that I'm never dizzy. I want to make sure that I'm not starving myself because that's super dangerous. I already had concerns about diabetes. So doing that seems really, really, really stupid. Anyway, that's the beginning, and I hope that you'll stick around for my journey. This is Enur. I'll see you later.